Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have you here with me this Sunday evening. If you are new here, go ahead, click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests for your personal healing and well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And if you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, listed in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. So thank you so much for being here again. Let's go ahead, let's say hi to everybody and start building that grid. Awesome. And Gertie was definitely up here. Gertie the cat. Gertie the cat. Definitely up here, loving on the cameras and making them a little crooked. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, what are you seeing? Okay, that. Awesome. So as usual, we have our mirror here. This helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. The spiral here helps to break up any blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going. It is made of copper, and I've got some selenite just beneath the grid. So let's go ahead and say hi to everyone. So far we have T, Still Not Still, Fiat Luna, Chris. Let's see. Lila Ray, Key and Patty, Flower, Ninja 4858, Renee. Really wonderful to see y'all. Okay, let's get in there. I will get to everybody's request before we dive in, unless we're really going long, but I will get to everybody. I'm going to go from the top down, so if you're thinking about something, go ahead and put it in the chat now. Let's see. Renee. Oh, you got out of your pajamas to do a few things. Well, congratulations to you. I did lots of things, all of them in pajamas. So put a get up and get busy stone in for me, and one for cold weather headaches. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so let's do get up and get stuff done. Let's do Bumblebee Jasper, and I'm going to do Polychrome Jasper. I know that that's probably going to be called on later by Flower, so I'm going to put that in too because it kind of overlaps. And cold weather headaches. There's a lot of good ones for headaches in general. Let's do pink tourmaline. All right, so first we're starting out with Bumblebee Jasper. I know you like this one, Renee. This one helps not only with physical energy, but also mental focus. So if you're having trouble kind of finishing one task or keeping focused on details, this can very much help. It's also really helpful for exactly what you requested. Like, let's get up, let's get work done, let's get things moving. And it's kind of infectious. So if you're working with other people, that will tend to rub off on them and get a lot of work done. Helps with positivity, confidence, and just tons and tons of motivation, as well as boosting manifestation, and also helps decision making. Bumblebee Jasper also has quite a bit of sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful. And for a little bit more of the get up and go, let's get things done, Polychrome Jasper. This helps to reinvigorate our soul's purpose, get our passions going, help to break up that sort of apathy or why bother kind of vibe that can soak in after a long cold snap, for example. So this definitely is really motivating. It also brings in a lot of self-confidence. If you're looking for something to help you get physically moving, this is a lovely choice. It really supports mobility, including supporting the joints and the limbs, but it's wonderful too for that mental focus, getting things done, and feeling like you want to dive in and get the work done. It's very much connected to the Earth Star chakra, and that is beneath the root. That helps with everything involving enacting your soul's purpose, like getting up and like doing the work or walking the walk, so to speak, for your soul's purpose. And for headaches, one of my favorites for headaches right here is pink tourmaline. All kinds of headaches and migraines, also helpful for anything gynecologic in nature, everything from endometriosis to painful menses to onset of menopause, anything like that. So that is pink tourmaline. It's also really helpful for mother-baby bonding in case of newborns, and for breaking down a negative self-image so you can replace it with something a little bit more positive. So awesome. So that's a good start. Thank you so much, Renee. It's good to see you. It feels like you're having little headaches, but not enough for pain relievers. I get that sometimes when my sinuses get really dry. Yeah. So it could easily be the cold and stuff. It's also just a lot on us. Like the blood vessels constrict when we're cold and then they expand more. Yeah. So it's like, I can see where this is helpful. And let's see. Awesome. After Renee was cat visit update. Still no date, but I know why my ex hasn't been communicating. It makes sense. Okay, so I'm glad that it seems like something has kind of broken loose there. Any stones for your cat's health and your ex's depression? Absolutely. So let's go ahead and do Aqua Aura. Leopard skin jasper. Malachite. And desert rose selenite, which definitely helps with animal health. And it's been a popular request often from Key and Patty. So I'm going to go ahead with that one too. So let's start there. So this one can help supporting the health and well-being of our animal companions, and it's also really helpful for us. This is a stone that can help support us as we make those, like, really try to work towards those big goals, those big dreams. It helps with the small, consistent efforts towards those goals. Wonderful too for redefining ourselves after loss or just in the face of change when you decide to make a change. Helpful too for perseverance around school, for relieving upset stomach, acne, and eczema. Wonderful for men's health and also for finding a place to live, as well as the paperwork around housing. So that could be, mortgages or sales agreements or leases, all of that stuff. Okay. Good stuff. Just trying to make sure we have lots of room. Malachite can be helpful with depression as well as anxiety. It's wonderful too for processing really painful emotions without getting stuck in them, if that makes sense. It helps too with arthritis, inflammation, pain of that nature, helps too with insomnia and just general sleep issues, and also helps phobias as well as connection with Archangel Raphael. So that is malachite. And it's as good a time as any to remind everyone, I am not the healing person that's going to tell you, don't do anything except the natural stuff. Do everything that helps. I have depression. I take antidepressants. I hang out with Reiki and crystals, and I meditate, and I do all the things. I hope that everything I do is a lovely complement to everything that you have access to. And I hope to encourage, empower you, and give you a little support along your way. So let's also do, actually another one for depression. We'll go right into Aqua Aura. This is a piece of clear quartz that was put through a process, a man-made process involving gold, and that actually turned it blue. This is a stone that doesn't get a lot of write-ups or folks talking about them. All of the sort of aura quartz, as they're called, they come in a number of different colors as they're put through similar process with different kinds of materials, so they come up different colors. This one in particular is thought to help a little bit with depression. I've worked with it. I've found it helpful. I hope it supports, brings support and love and relief to whomever it can help. So we've got Aqua Aura. Leopard skin jasper is a stone that we often use for supporting our animal companions, as well as helping us attract a soulmate type relationship. Wonderful too for coordination, balance, and anything that's impacting the skin. So that is leopard skin jasper. So I hope that supports your cat and your ex, and that everything gets sorted out. And hopefully it will. Okay, but good to see you. Good to see you still not still. Okay, good stuff. Okay. Cassandra, welcome back. Awesome. Creative Diva, good to see you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so who was next? There we go. I'm going to get some of Chris's requests, and Chris, lots of love to you and Ava. Let's do some emerald. We got the malachite, selenite, rose quartz, and let's do Herkimer and green onyx. And I'll keep going through the rest as we go. Green onyx is especially helpful with grief and sadness, as well as loneliness. Wonderful too for making decisions and moving forward despite really not being in the best place emotionally to do either of those things. It also is just a really helpful stone for any kind of just emotional overwhelm, or when you feel completely shut down or just kind of numb, or if you're going back and forth between those kinds of things. This is a deeply, deeply soothing stone of the heart center. So it's one of my favorite kind of emotional first aid stones. Next is selenite. Selenite reflects nothing but pure white light, and so it helps to deep clear the energy field and the space that you might be in. This is a lovely way to clean the energy of other crystals as well. Put your crystals on a piece of selenite for a few hours at least, and it'll do a great job of clearing. Also helps us to connect with our angels and guides. And just make sure you don't put this in water. It will melt. So that is selenite. This is the piece of selenite I always have just beneath the grid. Rose quartz is another stone that can be, that's actually clear quartz right there. There we go. Rose quartz can be excellent for the heart center too. This is one that if you feel like you need some emotional support, like whether it's during doing any kind of work around relationships, connecting to others, if you're calling on higher caliber relationships, if you're working through emotional healing, this is one that can be very supportive and replenishing as you kind of process those difficult feelings. So let's go ahead and bring in rose quartz, and let's put it under the malachite because they work so well together. Emerald helps with skin and tissue, as well as the upper respiratory system, sinuses, all that kind of stuff. If you have bronchitis, a cough, a cold, this is really helpful. Also helps with restoring passions in life, as well as helping you to gain some confidence around aspects of your appearance that you may be particularly sensitive to. Maybe it was something that you were picked on about, or just something that feels particularly sensitive. So there we go. And that is emerald. Next is Herkimer, which helps to boost everything that we're manifesting, and it's wonderful for intuition as well. This is a stone that can help us to connect to spirit and divinity, and also helps us with being in the present moment, which I always feel is the best way to manifest, if that's what you want to call it. Helps too with balancing discordant energies and with just bringing quite a bit of balance. It's also thought helpful for healthy metabolism. So we'll go ahead here and put Herkimer Diamond in. And Herkimer Diamond is just called diamond. It's actually clear quartz. So there we go. Beautiful. And I will keep coming back to everything that you requested. So thank you, Chris, and I hope you and Ava are doing well. Hey, Vincent, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Lots of love to Cora Carr also. Okay. Fiat Luna, do I have any recommendations for Pluto transiting into Aquarius? Ooh, yeah, so this has been talked about a lot on social media. You've probably heard about it, but Pluto changes signs not very often. The last time it changed signs was 15 years ago, and it changed signs kind of heralding the housing bubble, if you will, which really brought on the big recession, the global recession. So that's the kind of thing you can kind of expect. It tends to, depending on the sign that Pluto's going into, it tends to take down structures that no longer serve. The last time that Pluto was in Aquarius was the late 1700s, specifically during the timing of the American Revolution, part of the French Revolution. So that's the kind of vibes that it's bringing with it. And it just happened like yesterday. So I would say it's going to impact everyone differently. So let's go ahead and get a stone that's going to help us to work with that change, because we'll start to feel different too. Mookite or Australia jasper is really helpful for making decisions and also for accepting change. And I think that's kind of all we can really put in there for us, is like, just roll with it, because here comes this. It's going to be in the 2040s when it switches into another sign again. This also helps boost the immune system. It's great for bladder pain. Also helpful for connection to the earth, which is definitely an Aquarius thing, but also it's a very necessary thing. Helps too with motivation, a sense of adventure, and on the physical level, thyroid and circulation. So that is Mookite or Australia jasper. So there we go. So I hope that that helps. Yeah, it'll impact everyone differently depending on what's in your chart. This is the kind of thing that if you want to see really how it's going to impact you, it's not just your sun sign, it's not just your rising sign, it's kind of a whole chart situation. Might be a good time, if you're really interested in it, to check in with an astrologer. If you need a recommendation, let me know. There's a few that I recommend, but also finding someone that just kind of clicks with you is a good idea. But let me know if there's anything else I can answer about it. But yeah, thank you, Fiat Loon. It's great to see you. Awesome. And T. Neuhaus, we've got... Oh, I love all these. You're going to need all those stones. Hey, Korkar. Okay, let's see. So for T. Okay, cool. Opening communication channels, or clearing communication channels. Removing blocks to action. Organizational and creative focus. Anxiety and seasonal depression. Stonewise lapis, sodalite, carnelian, amber, tourmalinated quartz. That sounds like a good bunch. So let's bring in tourmalinated quartz, and we'll bring in lapis, sodalite, carnelian. Lapis, sodalite, carnelian, amber, absolutely. So let's start with amber. Amber is another stone that's really helpful for depression and seasonal affective disorder. It also helps to soften a rigid attitude. That can be helpful if you are conversing with someone who has like very rigid beliefs and you're trying to get them to soften. This is also helpful if you are trying to break down those harsh beliefs yourself. If you're starting to change your mind to something or open up to something, this will help break down those barriers, those kind of knee-jerk reactions of, oh, this is what I think it is. It helps to create that space to think of things a little differently. Wonderful for creativity and to attract lasting love. Helpful for teeth and teething. This has been used for teething babies for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Helps too with emotional blocks, releasing negativity in general, luck and protection, and it's thought to help with mental emotional stability. So that is amber. Oh, so pretty. There we go. There we go. Lapis is really helpful with pain and inflammation, as well as open, honest communication, lots of clarity in communication, also with integrity and personal responsibility, living up to your commitments and things like that. Helps too with hearing loss and vertigo, as well as lots of opportunities to grow in your career. Helps too with disorganization. So if you're looking to get organized, that's a great stone. So we will bring in lapis. Okay. Sodalite is excellent for communication. Also just expression in general. So whether you're writing or speaking, this is super helpful for that, but also for performing, singing, any way that you express your true self, whether that's cooking or painting, this is really helpful. Also really helpful for things like homesickness, menopause, coming to terms with aging, and grounding impulses. Carnelian is the stone of relationships, and it is the stone of the second chakra, which is the sacral chakra. The chakra that's just beneath the navel. That's relationships, like our close personal relationships, and more broadly, like how we relate to our community and the world around us. Helps too with breaking down apathy, as well as helping colds, allergies, and healing wounds. Wonderful too for sexual function, fertility, attracting a soul partner kind of romance, and anything involving sexual difficulties. So that is carnelian. This can also be a stone if you want to set intentions for better relationships in general, like in a community space, in a workspace, in a home for a family. And then we also have tourmalinated quartz. So black tourmaline is great for repelling negative energy. And when it's going through quartz, it really helps to go through the energy field and break up really old stuck energy. Also helps to ground and release a lot of nervousness, and helpful too for just breaking up old patterns, as well as if you're doing any kind of work on past trauma and therapy or something like that, makes everything feel triggered all at the same time whenever you try to work on it. This is one that can try to break things up into smaller issues rather than all together, making it a lot easier to deal with. Helpful too for finding new revenue streams, whether that's a new job, a new passive revenue type thing, anything like that, a side gig, whatever you're looking for. This can be very helpful in finding that. It's also great for fortune and luck, and it's very protective of travelers, including and especially travel by car. So that is tourmalinated quartz. So it's thought to really help break up like emotional blockages, like emotional scar tissue, but it's also thought to help the physical scar tissue as well. So that is tourmalinated quartz. And let's see. I feel like another one that could be helpful is zoisite. This supports a lot of that too. Zoisite is helpful for fertility, for connecting to nature and the earth, wonderful for seasonal affective disorder, and also releasing negativity. Helpful too for facing challenges and setbacks. It helps to like work through those things or kind of move them out of the way for you. and also helps you to look at the long laundry list of things you need to do to get to where you want to go, break them up into smaller bits and work through them one at a time. So it's great for the tendency towards procrastination, if anybody struggles with that. I know I do. It's definitely a thing I struggle with. So Zoisite. Awesome. So I hope that helps, T. It's wonderful to see you. Hey, little tree. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Joanna. I hope you're doing well. Oh, nice. Let's see. Flower, mobility, fear, and for the new medicine to help. Gotcha. So we got mobility. We've got polychrome jasper. Fear. Let's bring in some ruby. For movement, let's also bring in howlite, because that can't hurt. And for the new medicine to help, let's see. One stone that comes to mind is Dalmatian jasper. So let's start there. So Dalmatian jasper is essentially it's similar in concept to tourmalinated quartz. This is black tourmaline going through jasper, and in this case like an off-white colored jasper. That black tourmaline here helps to deep clear our energy field, and that leaves a lot of room for energy clearing. So hopefully like creating the perfect space for there to be harmony so that things can start to happen. You can start to see some impact. It also helps with digestive disorders, which could potentially help with like absorption. And it also is thought to help things like generally when I use this stone, it can be used in spaces and amongst people, like individuals and groups. If you're trying to break down old energetic patterns, it can help you to release the energy of the past so you can kind of give people a fresh start. So it can help break down things like cynicism and jadedness, and maybe like create some space for a new opportunity to get along or work better together. So I know that doesn't necessarily apply to you, but it could be cool for other folks. But yeah, that'll just kind of like do any energy clearing, kind of like help you see what's really going on with this medicine, how it's helping you, if it's helping you, and hopefully it does. And so all the best to you as you're working with that. Ruby, really helpful for lots of things, but definitely helpful for releasing fear. It's a really good stone for that. It's also a really stabilizing stone. It helps us to have courage to be ourselves, and it's wonderful for things like leadership skills and management skills. Helpful too for love, fertility, fibromyalgia pain. Wonderful too for nightmares, financial stability, and making decisions. So this is a really powerful stone. There's a reason people love it so much, and you know, it looks amazing as well. But this is how ruby is in the ground. Once it's cleaned off, this is how it forms. This is what it looks like before it's cut or polished. And there we go. Whoop. Let's do that. Okay. And howlite helps the joints and the bones. This is whether it's something acute, like a fracture or a dislocation or an injury, or something like chronic pain or bone integrity and density. It's also really helpful on the emotional side for things like anger, resentment, and frustration. So it can be a really helpful stone for lots of things. There's a reason it's in almost every grid we do. And like, who doesn't have joint pain? Who doesn't deal with anger, resentment, and frustration? So that is beautiful howlite. And so I hope that helps. Let me know if there's anything else I can do, and all the best. I hope everything's going well with the car. Oh, okay. So Lila Ray, something for your father-in-law with advanced dementia. Gotcha. Sorry to hear that. So let's see. Sapphire And I think there's one more that helps with that. Just bear with me one moment. Ah, there's the other one. Okay. So we'll start with sapphire. Sapphire is helpful for channeling, mediumship, and big connection to your angels. This is also helpful for bringing about speedy justice, and it's wonderful for the eyes, the ears, and the thyroid. It's very much, as you requested, helpful for dementia, as well as those who care for and about the individual with it. So that is sapphire. But yeah, very angelic stone. And that certainly, the angelic impact certainly can't hurt there either. And the next I have is serpentine. Serpentine is also thought to help with that. In addition to helping with dementia, it's thought to help with diabetes, hypoglycemia, really anything that involves breaking down sugar in the body. Helps too with calcium and magnesium deficiency, as well as just deficiencies in general. Helpful too for, as with calcium and magnesium, muscle weakness and just muscle issues in general. Helpful too for rashes, eczema, and on a spiritual level, it's often used for trance meditation. So that is serpentine. Serpentine was actually given to us by Jennifer Vatsa. I think she still has some in her online shop, which is Belladonna's Botanicals. So I'm going to bring some. Here I am making a mess. And yeah, we'll bring one in here and here. All the best to you and your family. My great grandmother had it too. So lots of love. Yeah, your whole family's in my thoughts. Okay, so Ninja4858, that's an awesome request. And the car is at the mechanic finally. Okay, good, Flower. Okay. Samantha, welcome in. Okay. Okay, so back to Ninja. Speaking your own truth, clear understanding, clear knowing. Aligning myself to my soul's purpose without fear. Beautiful. So let's do speaking your own truth, clear understanding, and clear knowing. We'll start there. Okay, so I've got a couple. So first things first, let's go with speaking your truth. And that's going to be Blue Tiger's Eye. In addition to like calm reassurance and like easing stress, this is one that I often consider like the truth teller stone or the whistleblower stone. This protects people who are telling the truth, especially in situations where that's not what wants to be heard. But it's wonderful too for just speaking your truth in general, whether it's spoken or written. Helps too with public speaking, and also thought helpful for teachers. But yeah, it's great for creative expression too. So if you're writing or anything like that, but yeah. So let's definitely have you speaking your truth with some blue tiger eye. And then golden tiger eye is going to help with that clear understanding, clear knowing. I think I actually want to bring in too some celestite for some discernment. But tiger eye is really helpful for study, research, seeing all the different sides of things. It's helpful for like big picture thinking. Think of it as being like an entrepreneur stone. So think of like a business owner looking at all the different pieces that have to go together to decide, is this viable? Does this make financial sense? Does this make sense at all? So it helps with a lot of processing a lot of information. So it's also used for study research. Helpful too for bolstering courage, giving a lot of balance and strength so that you can like maintain your inner balance. Wonderful too for protection, especially against things like envy and jealousy. But protection in general, tiger eye is a very protective stone. Protective and perceptive. So that's golden tiger eye or tiger eye. Celestite, as I mentioned, is good with discernment. It's like, okay, is that fear that I'm feeling? Is that intuition? Is that my logic telling me something? Like, what is it? This is a stone that'll help you understand it, and it's celestite. This is very angelic. It does help you connect with your angels and guides, and it also helps with our experience of physical pain because it is a stone that helps to open up our higher chakras, like our connection to our third eye and intuition. So this is one that will change the way you experience pain because you'll be more in your spiritual body than connected to physical. And as far as soul's purpose, align with your soul's purpose without fear, which I love. Blue apatite, and I did see the request for weight loss, so I'm going to bring this in for that as well. This does so many things. This is blue apatite. And yes, appetite, it's hilarious. It also helps our relationship with food, whether that involves dieting, weight loss, or just the role food plays in our lives, or just shifting the way we relate to food or the food that we eat for any reason. Helps too with learning about our soul's purpose and giving us the courage to act upon it, which is really important here for Ninja 4858. Helps too with strengthening the energy field. And I did see a request down here about being an empath and for Cassandra, so this will be helpful for that too. And it's also wonderful for inner peace and harmony. So that is blue apatite. So let's go ahead and bring that around. Okay. And chrysocolla, this one helps with encouraging us to follow our soul's purpose and also with making decisions that are in alignment with your greatest good. Wonderful too for finding new ways to connect to your sense of creativity. So that can help you to get to know yourself a little better or just kind of have a new outlet for things. So we will bring in chrysocolla. Let's bring it in. Let's bring in two. There we go. Chrysocolla and malachite are often found very close together, sometimes in the very same specimen. And look how similar they are, right? Chrysocolla is one of those stones that gets often sold as turquoise because turquoise is found in similar locations, but it is not turquoise, but it can look like turquoise. Okay, cool. So I hope that helps, Ninja 4858. It's good to see you. And let's see, Cassandra, awesome. I'm so glad you love coming here. Oh, you went to something in your town too? Oh, that's awesome. Ah, gotcha. So you're looking for some spiritual kind of support too. Let's do a couple of things. So let's do this. let's do some moonstone. Some pyrite. And malachite's already in there. And let's do some and I'll bring in a couple of these. Okay, so let's start there. So we're going to start with amethyst. Amethyst can be really, really helpful when it comes to like opening up to spirituality, or also if anyone's opening up to like the recovery journey, especially the more spiritual and more internal side of that, like self-reflection side of that. This is a stone that helps you make changes and supports you in making those changes without like beating up on yourself or saying like, why didn't I do this sooner? Or why aren't I already at this other level? It helps you to kind of like be kind on yourself as you make those changes. It's very much the embodiment of the serenity prayer, like changing what you cannot accept and accepting what you cannot change, the wisdom to know the difference. It's also one that can help you to open your upper chakras and connect more spiritually, but in a very balanced way. So that is amethyst. Let's put this right here, I think. Right there under, nope. Let's do under zoisite then. All right, there we go. That looks better. Zoisite and chrysocolla, and there we go. So that is amethyst. The next one I want to bring in is pyrite. This helps in a number of ways. Pyrite is wonderful for calling in financial abundance and resources that you need. And it's also helpful for when you first start opening up intuitively and spiritually. This helps to boost that intuition while also bringing in a good amount of protection. So where it's difficult to hold space for both, this can help support that. It's also wonderful for fever, the lungs, memory, and for helping your body to make the most of a Reiki session. So it's really kind of ticks a lot of boxes for you. So that's pyrite. And pyrite also goes by the name Fool's Gold. So there we go. There we go. And next we have Moonstone. This is really helpful in a lot of ways too. So this is one I think of in a way that's very connected to like the High Priestess in the tarot deck. She is knowledge, she is wisdom, she understands the cycles, rhythms, and patterns of the world, of nature, of the moon. So it's very much an intuitive stone, but also very protective of women. Helps us to connect to ancient spiritual practices as well as healing modalities, very protective of women, and really connecting to anything that's like a well woman or wise woman tradition. Helpful too for trusting divine timing and for attracting love. Another stone for attracting like soulmate type relationships. Helpful too for releasing patterns and just general intuition, as well as protecting travelers. So that is Moonstone. But yeah, this is a big stone of intuition and just being connected, but also very balanced in bringing in that wisdom and guidance from the universe. The blue apatite is one that can be very helpful for empaths because it helps to strengthen your energy field, so you're less inclined to take on the energy of others. And these are double terminated quartz. So Herkimer diamond is an example of a double terminated quartz. Double terminated means it's got 2 points. There's natural double terminated, which is this. It naturally formed in these shapes. Like nobody cut them in these shapes. That's different from, say, these chevron amethyst, which are cut in those shape. They work as double terminated, but they're just a little different. So let's put this here. Yeah. So these are thought really helpful for balancing all of the chakras when you place it in the center of your body up and down. So you can do something like this or over your heart. You can put it anywhere on your body. It's thought to just help balance and align that whole center line. It's called the Sushumna, and it runs up your body in between all of the chakras. So that's double terminated quartz. So let's bring that in right here. So thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're getting into stuff that you are finding help with, and you're finding it helpful, and you're always welcome here. But I think that this will really, really help. So all the best to you, Cassandra. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you everyone for the reminder. I appreciate that. Witchy Homestead, it's good to see you. I am settling into my new place. It does take a while. I just built a new set of shelves in my office. Cool. I can definitely help that. I'm just going to keep going down the list though. I will get to it, I promise. But it's good to see you. And let's see. Creative Diva, request for protection, peace, fortitude, clarity, productivity, healing, meaningful connections, and positive and prepared reconciliation. Love it. Wisdom in decisions and managing work well. Love it. So let's do, some of those are already covered, but I'll make sure to go through them all. Protection, peace, fortitude, clarity. Cool. And okay. And I know a couple of these stones have been requested by Chris and probably are requested by Patty and Key. So, but they definitely overlap. So definitely for finding that, finding balance, the peace. I'm bringing in some. We already have blue apatite to help with inner peace, but this is snowflake obsidian. So this not only helps with inner peace, inner serenity, it helps with developing hope after any time of loss. It's very balancing for the body, mind, and spirit, and also helps to calm overstimulation. It's wonderful for recognizing the habits and patterns that are getting in our way, and it's really helpful for letting go of guilt as well. But yeah, the inner peace and harmony, definitely a snowflake obsidian thing. So let's put these here. For prepared reconciliation, I have aquamarine, wonderful for forgiveness, whatever that looks like to you in a particular situation. This is the whether I forgive you and set you free so I can be free, or I forgive you and give you another chance, whatever that might look like. This also holds an energy of may justice prevail. It also tends to discourage and deflect pettiness and pettiness, sort of like the little ways that people can kind of needle or provoke or get their digs in. All of that sort of emotionally immature kind of stuff. This can help really redirect it. We like to call it the anti-Karen stone. Physically, it helps with body fluids, gums, and teeth. So let's do that here and here. So that's aquamarine. I'm also going to bring in red jasper. This can be really helpful for protection, but also for feeling grounded, which can really help with the fortitude, the clarity. It can also help with empowerment and self-respect in whatever way those reconciliations are going. Wonderful for just fighting injustice, bullying, giving you lots of empowerment and a sense of being able to stand up for yourself. Helps with things like depression, fertility, support, like emotional support for like long-term illnesses and long-term recoveries. Wonderful too for the root chakra, everything about basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight type stuff, and great for spiritual protection. So let's bring in red jasper. Yeah, it's a very balancing and grounding stone that I feel like a lot of times when there's talk about, okay, how do we reconcile this? This can be a stone that can help you to feel less activated or triggered and more firm in purpose, embodied purpose, empowered purpose. So I hope that helps. For good connections, meaningful connections, I brought in one of our favorites, honey calcite. This really helps with attracting the best people into your life that connect with you and will balance with you right now, whether that's new friends, new colleagues, new neighbors, whatever it might be. It helps bring new, good, well-balanced relationships into your life. For fortitude, the first thing that popped to mind when I heard that was bloodstone. So this one might sound a little off purpose, but I think it'll help. Bloodstone is definitely good for that, that fortitude, but more emotionally. It helps with like a stamina and emotional perseverance through anything that's challenging. It's one I often use for emotional stuff hits the fan, but it's also great at quieting the mind and relieving self-doubt. So that is bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope. And I hear a kitty. Which kitty is that? It sounds like Hattie. Is it a Hattie? It's a Hattie. Oh, are you saying hello? Hello! Yeah. There you go. That's a good girl. Oh, what a good girl. Did you and your sister have a lovely cat nap with me earlier? Yes, you did. You can go ahead and nap on my lap if you would like. So that is, again, bloodstone or heliotrope. And this is Hattie Cat. Hattie Cat. Good girl. Oh, going to keep my lap warm. And last, for decision making, we do have mookaite, which is really helpful for decision making, accepting change, moving forward in a really purposeful, grounded way. But azurite also helps with that. It helps relieve worry and indecision. Wonderful too for awakening to your spiritual self. I think this can be a great stone for a lot of the requests we had today, including Cassandra's. Yeah, this is helping to awaken to the spiritual self. It also helps with creativity as well as insight and intuition. Wonderful for connecting with our guides and like gaining wisdom from our connections. Helps to dissolve blockages as well as just obstacles in our path. Wonderful for quieting the mind and also for spinal alignment, muscle spasms, and uncontrolled movements and tics. So that is azurite. So I feel like that can help with the decision too. So let me know if there's anything else I can help with. It's really good to see you. And Creative Diva, I hope to see you again soon too. But let me know if there's anything else I can do. And Joanna. Yep. The pets is here. Oh, that was a yawn. That was cute. Awesome. Jane, I hope you're doing well. And I'm absolutely going to get to everybody's request without a doubt. So let's see. Next was Patty. Okay, so tree agate, sugilite. Yeah, are you stuck in my sweater? That's okay. Oh, very, very cute baby. Yes, you are. Okay, let's see. Amazonite. Cleansite. We got azurite. Got some epidote in here. And my cat is sniffing my underarm like cats do. Are you trying to tell me something? Let's see. Fuchsite. Fluorite. Okay, let's start there. Fluorite is really helpful. Hey, you want to play fluorite? Really helpful for generally just calming down the vibe. This is all about dealing with chaos and being kind of the eye of the storm. It's really helpful for things that just have to be chaotic and then come back into balance, like helping new moms as well as newborns to kind of acclimate to the shift that they've just been through. But yeah, wonderful for chaos and generally just relaxation. So this is one that can help you with really stressful environments and chaotic environments. So if you work in a chaotic environment, fluorite might be a really good choice. Next is fuchsite, which helps support us with having fun, just for the sake of fun. Oh, you weren't sniffing me. You were just trying to hide from the light. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you wanted. No, now you don't want that. Okay. But yeah, fuchsite helps you to just channel in your sense of fun and release. It can be so renewing and so restorative. It's really helpful for doing any kind of inner child work, as you can imagine. Wonderful for spinal alignment, sleep disturbances, and also for carpal tunnel. But yeah, it really just encourages play and fun, which we all kind of need in balance, you know. All work and no play makes me the Capricorn, a dull girl. This is sugilite. Sugilite helps us to connect to collective consciousness and enlightenment, and what I like to call unity consciousness, the awareness that we are all interconnected, and what we put out into the universe, we very much put out into ourselves. So it's a very enlightened stone, and definitely one that supports world peace. Red tiger eye is helpful for protection, whether from negative spiritual work or negative, like mundane world actions, bullying, negativity, anybody that's kind of really trying to take it out of you. This is a really helpful stone to keep that at bay, but especially good for dealing with bullies. Helpful too with calling in financial abundance in a hurry. So we will bring that in. So we have got all the tiger eyes in today, which is beautiful. Epidote can help with recovery from illness and injury, and it's really, really helpful when it comes to changing your internal monologue, the way that you speak to yourself. If you're trying to shift that to the positive and stop yelling at yourself, this is a really helpful stone for that. It's also helpful for the nervous system, the skin, and for the brain specifically. It's thought to help Parkinson's. Wonderful too for connection to the fairy realm. So if you work with the fairies, consider getting some epidote. So there we go. Pink kunzite is a very potent stone of compassion. I feel really close to the Kuan Yin whenever I hold it. It helps with calling in commitment-based loving relationships, and it also helps with healing a broken heart and opening up to love again after heartbreak or grief. It's wonderful for the hormones as well as chemical sensitivities and skin allergies. Helpful too for nerve pain, getting back to yourself and sort of rebalancing after anesthesia. And it's really helpful for new moms, sleepless babies, and dealing with any kind of toxic work environment, especially a toxic boss. This is often recommended for that. So that is pink kunzite. So let's see where we will put this. Let's put this here and here. There we go. And amazonite is lovely for self-care and self-respect. If you or someone you know is the person who does all the work, taking care of everyone, and doesn't think about themselves as much as they maybe should or could, this is a beautiful stone to give them. Amazonite is helpful too for luck and winning, helpful too for certain types of neurological concerns, especially things like the spine and spinal nerves. Helps with calming too, very, very calming. So that is Amazonite. And we will just go ahead and put that around there. And we'll get a couple more. For turning fortune, let's do septarian and tree agate. So septarian is really helpful for muscle issues as well as healing wounds. Helps too with the solar plexus, your center of self-identity and free will. But it's also a stone that really supports you to go deep into your emotional healing so that you can truly see yourself and see what you might want to work on, and really allows you to be vulnerable in those times. This is one that can help you in general achieve a place of more emotional maturity. Helps too with just supporting your sense of self, especially if you're dealing with an identity crisis. So let's go ahead and bring in septarian. Let's see, where do we want to place you? Let's put you here and here. Okay. Now let's do there we go. So that is septarian. And tree agate helps with really balancing energy in the body, mind, and spirit. This is sacred in Ayurveda for doing exactly that. It goes beyond just the chakras to the entire energy body and energy anatomy that's seen in that system, and helps to bring balance regardless of what's needed to create the balance or what's needed to release to make that happen as well. Helps too with inner peace, to notice habits and things that are holding you back so that you can heal them and move on. Wonderful in making new connections as well, and helpful in dissolving ego as well as calming the emotional and the physical nerves. So that is tree agate. So awesome. And let's do chevron amethyst, which I actually did show you a little bit ago. This is helpful for connecting with spirit. It helps to boost anything you're manifesting, and it's superb for anything that is degenerative. So this is also wonderful for tolerance of others, as well as opening your spiritual and intuitive skills quite a bit. Really helpful for clairvoyance. That's connecting to your spiritual vision and the things we see that help us to understand things that are of an intuitive nature. So like that's scrying, that's reading tarot, that's all of that kind of stuff. So there we go. It can help a lot with shamanic journeying. So that is chevron amethyst. There we go. Thank you for being here, Patty. And we've got for positivity boosting, manifesting, we've got bumblebee jasper. That can help there too, as can herkimer. Headache, money manifestation, creativity, and patience. So we've got a lot of good headache stones in there. We've got pink tourmaline, but let's bring in rhodochrosite. This can really help with a headache, especially if it's stress induced, but really any headache. Also helpful for mother-child bonding and healing any kind of maternal wounds. Helps with the heart and circulation. Big boost to intuition, even like telepathy and journeying and things like that. Helpful too with connection to our ancestors and with asthma and the lungs. So that is rhodochrosite. There we go. Money manifestation, we've got another stone for that. That's citrine. This helps to call in financial abundance, and it also helps with making good financial decisions, as well as overcoming addictions, compulsions, It's also really helpful for nausea and even fibromyalgia pain. I often use it to balance logic with intuition. It's very helpful for that. So if you're looking for like how to balance the intuitions you get with making decisions and going about your mundane life, it's a lovely stone to work with. So that is citrine. Creativity, we've got a lot of good creativity stones in there. We've got azurite. Garnet. Garnet has creativity. We've got a couple of good ones. We've also got carnelian in there, which helps. Garnet is wonderful for creativity as well as courage and organization. This is one that helps you to see the best way to get things done and to be really practical with your energy, with your resources. Also helps with finding a lot of balance in times of change and gives a lot of strength too. So there we go. It's a very Capricorn stone, and it is January's birthstone. And patience, we will bring in dumortierite. This also helps with anger, as well as resentment and frustration. Helps with healing ligaments and tendons. It's wonderful for Uranus transits in your chart, as well as improving situations that seem hopeless and helping dogs that feel nervous. This can help to calm them. So that is dumortierite. Oh, did you hear me talking about dogs and worry? Okay, Hattie's back. Okay. Oh, I hope that helps, Catherine. Cool. Let's see what else is going. Okay, we've got our weight loss stones in except for iolite. Iolite also helps with intuitive connection and clairvoyance, as well as better sleep, and helps with fever too. So this also, weight loss, money matters. I don't think this is ever a bad stone to call in. So that's iolite. Aw. It's a very cuddly Hattie. So welcome back, Catherine. Okay, gotcha. So Samantha. Oh, we've got a lot of good stones in there that already help with a lot of this. Sleep, let's bring in labradorite. Bladder is mookaite, which is in there. Endometriosis is pink tourmaline, which is in there. Back, amazonite, which is in there. Psoriasis, let's bring in some rhodonite. This can help with anything that's autoimmune. We have leopard skin jasper, which can help with animals as well as anything impacting the skin. So that'll help it, but this will help the cause of it. So rhodonite also helps allergies and asthma, as well as anything with the lungs, helping to heal the heart after grief or breakup or divorce, and wonderful for overcoming the emotional pain of past emotional abuse, as well as dealing with insecurities. So that is rhodonite. There we go. It's a lovely stone for the autoimmune and for asthma. I work with it a lot. Hearing loss and ear infections, we have sapphire as well as lapis are the good ear stones. We've got the howlite and polychrome, which are good for joints and knees. Emotional healing, we've always got more stones for that. So let's bring in some lepidolite. Lepidolite helps with, it's actually lithium mica, and this is really lovely. It helps with soothing, calming, and understanding the emotion, so it can really support deep emotional healing. It also helps to bring attention to things that can be released, to create a little bit more room, to process your emotions a little bit more easily, and it helps with discernment around should I stay, should I go. This has been used internally from ancient Greece to right now it's a prescription. Definitely do not do direct water infusions with that. It can have different impacts on people when ingested, so definitely safer as a crystal to hang out with. Labradorite helps with clairvoyance, our spiritual sight, as well as improved sleep. Wonderful too for calming disputes and creating a space of harmony, especially in workplaces. Helpful too for enjoying travel and paying really detailed attention to things. If you're doing any kind of like coding or programming work, anything that involves a high degree of like perfection, or or a very low bar or very low tolerance for things that are incorrect, this can be really helpful. Also good for studying too. So that's labradorite. So I hope everything is well with you, Sam. Lots of love. We've got lots of depression stones, anxiety, empath stuff, mediumship. Let's definitely bring in, we got all the soulmate stones in there. But let's also bring in protection for the car. That is smoky quartz. This has been used back as far as the Middle Ages to protect property from theft or anything like that. Wonderful for transmuting energy, for calming worry, and for helping to release energy blocks. Wonderful too for hope in really uncertain times, and for anything that involves like a chronic pain. Wonderful too for flexibility of mind, which we talked about earlier in like, if you feel very stuck, this can help you to see things in a different light. And it can also help you when you have to have conversations with people who, you know, may struggle with being a little open-minded, we'll say. So that is smoky quartz, very protective of your stuff and of your energy. Workplace harmony definitely covered in the labradorite. And soulmate and peace to all. We definitely got all the soulmate stones with leopard skin, carnelian, moonstone, kyanite. Yeah, okay. Samantha, it's awesome to see you. Lots of love to you, your family, your dog, and your whole situation. Little tree, so good to see you. A stone for clearing victim mentality, definitely. Red jasper is always my go-to for that. That's very empowering, standing up for yourself and moving forward. Another one that's really lovely for that, it's not quite as grounding, but it definitely helps with like understanding who you are and like choosing your direction in life based on what you want. So yellow calcite. Yeah, this is self-confidence, this is optimism, but definitely like boundaries, self-identity, self-respect, releasing any need for the approval of others, and setting priorities based on your desires. So this will kind of help with, this is me, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not going to go along with what I feel like I should do and then feel badly about it later. But yeah, my favorite one for that is definitely red jasper. So red jasper's already in there, so we've got those two also. Cool. So that is yellow calcite. So all the best to you. I hope that that's really supportive and that it helps. Anything that can boost hope is definitely dumortierite, as well as snowflake obsidian. Both of them are excellent for that. Anything that can help with vertigo, absolutely. Both of those are in here. We have lapis and we have leopard skin jasper. Both help with, leopard skin jasper helps with balance and coordination, and lapis helps with the inner ear, like vertigo type thing. So I hope that that really helps. And lots of love. Oh, you're welcome, Creative Diva. Hey, Dara, welcome back. You're so welcome. Oh, awesome. So I think we hit them all. So let's just go ahead and see if there's any of Chris's that I skipped. If I skipped any of your requests, let me know. So let's see. Chris also requested Super 7. rutilated. And green aventurine. Awesome. So Super 7, I think this is actually going to be good for a few of you for a few reasons. Super 7 helps with working towards those larger goals and showing up consistently towards them. It's also excellent for any kind of intuition, whether it's telepathy, channeling, mediumship, tarot, whatever it looks like. This can really help unlock that and open it up. It helps with strengthening our auric fields or our energy fields, and it brings in a lot of peace, harmony, awareness of unity consciousness, the interconnectedness of everyone and everything. Helpful too for past life healing, karmic healing, and for connection with the earth and healing the ecology. So it's a really beautiful stone that does quite a bit. It's got 7 different minerals in it, hence being Super 7. So thank you, Chris, for contributing this to our crystal collection. We've also got rutilated quartz. Rutilated is another stone that can help boost physical energy, and that's definitely on the docket today. It also helps with boosting mental focus. It's also thought to help focus energy in the body to where it needs to most go. And in addition to boosting that physical energy, this is also thought to help. It's often thought of as a beautiful gift for someone who may be going through cancer treatments. Like, I hope that this gives you a boost of physical energy because you're kind of run down. And I hope that all of the healing that you're getting goes to the place it's most helpful. So that is rutilated quartz. So let's see. Let's go ahead and just put our big piece of rutilated quartz right here. There we go. And green aventurine helps to expand our vision of what we're capable of. This helps to keep us from playing small. It helps us to set bigger goals. It's also great for anyone that's like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. Like fear of failure kinds of stuff. This can be really helpful for. Wonderful too for eye problems, as well as heart rhythms and allergies. So that is green aventurine. And I think we're good. Let me just see if anyone said, hey, you skipped me. Ah, gotcha. Hey, Heart, good to see you. Gee, good to see you too. What could help you to go to sleep early so you can get up for your job interview? Definitely labradorite, which is in there. And to help you with the interview, let's bring in some sunstone. This is another one that even more than aventurine can help big time expand our vision of ourselves. And this is in a way where it's like so you get recognized and noticed. If you're promoting yourself or your business, this can help you to stand out and be noticed. Also really helpful in being noticed in the interview process and helps your resume to be seen. It helps with opening up lots of opportunities for career, and wonderful for releasing phobias, as well as really protective against anyone that would exploit around money. I don't know that that's involved in what you're doing, but just putting that out there for everyone. But yeah, this will help you to stand out among the other folks and help you to kind of be seen. So that is sunstone. So all the best on your interview tomorrow. Lapis is already in there, and tourmalinated quartz is already in there. Something to allow us to accept the good things and release the not so great. We have a couple for help with releasing negativity. Zoisite really helps with releasing negativity. Releasing fear, we have ruby. And also epidote helps with like our internal monologue. I'm gonna say I think crazy lace agate could be somewhat helpful. This one helps with releasing phobias, like fears of things, as well as bringing a lot of courage and confidence. It helps support the heart and the solar plexus, so your center of self-identity and feeling empowered, and heart, the center of compassion. Wonderful too for physical energy, connecting to the energy of the past, and wonderful for connection to any spider. If you have a guide that's a spider, this can help. But I think that this will really help with the balance and the courage and the releasing phobias, like helping to feel a little bit more grounded. And also to unblock fear and negative thinking and kind of be within your, like to stand up and feel empowered. Another one for that would be red jasper, which is here. So I hope that that helps. Something for past life healing for your friend Pam. Oh, you're welcome, Pam. Lots of love to you too. Womb healing is definitely pink tourmaline, which is in there. And past life healing, pink kyanite helps that to some extent. And there's another one I just put in that helps with past life stuff too. But I'm also, Super 7 does. But I'm going to bring in Blue Mist Lumerian Quartz, which was a gift to us from Cora Carr and Vincent. And they're here, and I'm so glad to bring this out. This can really help with healing and releasing the past, especially childhood stuff, but even past life stuff. Even if you're not aware of past lives, this can help connect to that energy and help to heal a lot of the repeating kinds of things. So yeah, it also helps you to learn about yourself through the healing process, and is wonderful for releasing just a lot of old emotional pain. So let's do that. That way. There we go. Oh, sorry if you heard my neck crack. I hope that that helps, and thank you for being here. Lots of love to all of you. I added sunstone. Adding gratitudes. I love it. You're welcome, Gee. It's good to see you. Intense migraines. Yeah, pink tourmaline. It's in there right now. I hope that that helps. Yes, and I put in crazy lace agate. Oh, perfect. You all were requesting stones, so I was putting them down. We know we're all like moving together here. Awesome. Oh, lots of love to you, Chris. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and do that thing I do. I'm going to explain what Reiki is, how it works, how to make the most of your session, and then we're going to get into the Reiki healing. So if you want to help me boost the energy, go ahead and boost the energy with me. Take a deep breath in and out. Think of all the things you're grateful for. Go ahead into the chat and just share whatever you feel comfortable sharing in such a big, public forum. It's totally okay if you want to just keep it to yourself. I totally understand. And if you don't mind, hit that like button if you haven't already. And yeah, let's get into the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson, and if you want to know more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or a tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all of my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has kind of been used as a catch-all term for energy healing in the West. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. This method is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created it in the early 1920s in Japan at a time where there were big consequences for even being misunderstood to be a teacher of anything religious. So Usui made this particular practice not only deeply spiritual, but completely secular. And I think that's why it suits us so well in the West. So to better understand the concept of energy hang on one second, just need to cough. Sorry about that. So to best understand the concept of energy at the core of this practice, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything are interconnected and interlinked, that unity consciousness. It's thought that spirit, however you define it in this case, provides this spiritually guided soul energy that flows through everyone and to everyone, and that our body, mind, and spirit use that energy every day, all the time, whether or not we're aware of it, to help us with our healing, our daily resilience, and just moving through our lives. That concept of spiritually guided soul energy is actually what Reiki translates to. And so essentially what I'll be doing today is connecting to that energy that's already a part of you and me and everyone, and essentially direct more of it to you, allowing your body, mind, and spirit to do all of the great things that they already do for you. So you'll probably feel on a physical level, don't be surprised if you feel some physical sensations, if some emotions rise up or get released, if you get to hear your subconscious or just sort of logically think some things through that you've been struggling with. You may also have some deep insights, intuitions, spiritual occurrences, or just a really healing nap. And any of those are incredible. You can definitely take a nap. You don't need to do anything to get Reiki other than be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So during the session, you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. If at any point you want to deepen your session, or if you get distracted and want to get back into the zen of it, just take a deep breath in and out and you'll start to slowly sink back in. I will just know that you don't have to sit perfectly still either, but generally just get into a place that feels comfy. Laying down, sitting up, you can close your eyes or leave them open. You can also use this time to journal or stretch or do some yoga or anything that feels right to you in this time. There is no wrong way to use this time. And at the end of during the session, it will last 25 minutes. I will turn the music up. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. And I will turn the lights down. Please know that they will move slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no time will they flash or strobe. So you're good there. After the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll encourage you to take a big breath in and out, slowly come back to your body. And then at that point, I'll be able to go back and forth with you again in chat. You all can chat amongst yourselves in chat if you want to, but I'll be focusing on sending the Reiki. So at that point, you'll be able to ask questions, you'll be able to share experiences, and then you're always welcome back here any day. I'm here 5 times a week, same 5 days, same times every day. So subscribe with your notifications on so you get a reminder, hopefully. And know that Reiki is not just tied to my human abilities. Reiki can go everywhere. It's not just in one place at one time like I am. So anytime you feel like you need some healing and I'm not live, check out the past healing live stream playlist. You can always feel a lot of the energy from that, so you can get some healing anytime you feel you need it. And thank you so much for being here with me today. It truly is an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you. So thank you. So let's go ahead back in. Let's take another look at that grid and let's get into the healing. Ooh, that came out really pretty. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yay. Good job, everybody. Wow, that came out beautifully. Thank you, everyone. Oh, so much love in the chat. Thank you, everyone. I'm grateful for all of you, too. I seriously am. I look forward to these all day too. Lots and lots of love, everyone. Okay, lots of love to you, Chris, for sure. So everybody go ahead, get nice and cozy. I'm going to start the session. I'll see y'all in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. You may hear Hattie purring. When you feel ready, if you feel ready, come on up and feel free to say hi in the chat. Ask any questions or share any experiences. Thank you all so much for being here. Aw, thank you, Little Tree and Lila Ray. You too, Catherine. Have a great week. And Lila Ray, I hope that the emotions coming up are, easy to release if they're the kind to release, and that they bring joy if they're the kind that bring joy. Thank you, T. You're so welcome. You have a great week too. Hattie woke up as soon as I started bringing the session to an end, and now she's like hugging my hand right against her heart. It's so cute.
Yes, it's very cute.
You're welcome, Creative Diva, and Joanna, and Guy. And Still Not Still, lots of love to all of you. Aww. Yeah, Hattie basically has her heart, throat, and part of her head in my hand right now.
Yeah.
You're like, I want that Reiki. Oh, you're so welcome, Ninja4858. And thank you, everyone, for all of the kind words in the chat. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you. As always, my next stream will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. And as a reminder, I have a Reiki 1 class. It's online, live online, the first weekend in February. It's the 3rd and 4th. And you can save $50 on the tuition with code SAVE50, no spaces. And for more on that, you can just go to the link in the description, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So that $50 off coupon will bring the tuition down to $200. You're welcome, Vincent and Cora Carr. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. You're very welcome, heart. Lots of love to you. Deeply appreciate all of the love and support. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you so much for being a part of today's stream. I do hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.